Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Hiroki. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to keep your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Dare to make war, we surrender. Both good and important things are new
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework planet. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That's easy. You're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9. And I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Birdo Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to an Open Lines Tuesday plus Space Engineers on the side. Maybe stream. I know I am late, as Thomas Potts was first to point out. Late. Yes, we had a late lunch, early dinner, and needed a few minutes to digest before I could come on. Such is life. But I'm on now, so welcome everybody. Thomas Potts, Yitza Lemons says, I was just looking for a stream to watch. I found one. Qapla, Yitza. Glad to have you here. Mike Richards says greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. Dave G Sound says hello, folks. Qapla, Dave G. Todd Jenny says I'm right on time. You absolutely are, Todd. Qapla. And it says hashtag alpacans Trump Karogan, son of a bitch. Dan23 says hello, Qapla, Dan. And Todd says crap. T-Berg says we the alpacans. Qapla, T-Berg. And Lord Thoth is here with a thumbs up. Qapla, Lord Thoth. Aberjam says, who is this bird person and why am I subscribed to him? I don't know. Mysteries of YouTube. The Fed Doc says, something to entertain me as I work. Excellent burn style. Excellent. Welcome. Good to have you here, Fed Doc. Lord Thoth is always a good time. I hope so. Carlo Albanese says hi and hope everyone's as well as can be. Qapla, Carlo. And hail Karoga. Absolutely. Hail Karoga. And T-Berg says mild-mannered. Todd's secret identity as T-Berg. I gotcha. And 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Qapla. 47 Yorktown. Good to see you here. And here is the panel link. Anyone who wants to come up and talk, I will show you what's going on Space Engineers for those who are curious. And Thomas Potts is hashtag Daniel Thomas. Well, I don't know. Daniel Thomas? Do you mean? Oh, delete Thomas. Shit. Sorry. Hashtag delete Thomas. No, we're not deleting Thomas. It's not going to happen. And of course, my browser decided to show me all my YouTube alerts right now. Right now. And the Fed Doc. Welcome up to Fed Doc. The plop.
Qapla.
How are you doing today?
Not too bad. What is today? Wednesday or Tuesday?
For us, it's still Tuesday.
Okay, so it's Wednesday here. This future stuff is confusing.
No.
Yeah.
No. We are on the base at New Karoga on Earth. I decided to keep the fireplace. I took down the Christmas tree. The holidays are over. But I thought the fireplace made for a nice, place to hang out. I put up the Karogan flag, technically an alternate version of the Karogan flag, instead of the Michael Burnham image that was there. And I added some smoke from the top of the chimney. And so the big news, though, what's going on here at New Karoga is the building, and it just barely fits in this massive 150 meter by 150 meter box, is the production of the Karogan warship Dean Martin, previously last year in the great Kurdistan Karoga Wars on the Anti-Tracker server. The Dean Martin is the ultimate warship the galaxy has ever seen. What I didn't realize was just how massive this ship is in material costs. It's like costing hundreds of thousands of thruster components, which means I'm going to need a hell of a lot more platinum than I ever thought. Oh man, and I can see these engines are already turning on, wasting power. So I've got to start turning them off as soon as they turn on, because I don't have the uranium here to power them right now. I did update it somewhat with more efficient Defiant warp cores instead of the old TNG warp cores, but otherwise mostly untouched. It's going to take a long time to finish building because even though we were full of supplies, it has really gone through all our supplies, and I'm almost constantly making more supply runs. Although I think getting platinum, I'll just beam up to my base and get some more platinum and beam it down with me. I built a mining ship today that lets me do some quick mining as needed.
But I have only one thing to say.
Yeah.
You sure you got enough guns there?
Well, I mean, this is a warship.
Yeah,
so,
I'm just thinking you may need a few more guns, just saying.
Well, I mean, once it's done being built, I can add more guns. So I can't really add more guns until it's finished being built.
Okay.
Which could be a
what makes this the
Dean
while.
Martin? What?
What makes this the Dean Martin?
Well, I started out years ago with the smallest ship was the Sammy Davis Jr. And then my most popular ship was medium size, was the Frank Sinatra. And then I was putting in together everything I learned. I went ahead and made the Dean Martin, which was by far the biggest, most ambitious ship I ever created in Space Engineers. And we're now attempting to recreate Once it's done, there'll be pictures of Dean Martin and the rest of the Rat Pack all throughout the ship. That's just the way we do things in Karoga. And once it's ready, it will basically rule the galaxy. Even the Alpacan Miranda class ship will fear the Dean Martin as it pops up on them.
I want to say something, but it's wholly inappropriate.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think you can guess.
Then I could guess
You can guess what I'm going to say.
that the Dean Martin is the best ship you've ever seen.
Sure, bud. We'll go with that. Whatever you say.
Okay, we gotta turn off all these impulse drives. Jesus. A lot of impulse drives. Okay. That'll save us a lot of power. Because we don't need these turned on yet. Right. Because we're gonna need uranium to power this anyway. So we're good for now. Let me go to the med bay and get less sick, and then we'll go beam over to the space base and bring back some platinum. No, but let me go check and see where our comments are. Where are we? StreamYard. There we go. Okay. Oh, we got a super chat. Thank you so much, Joseph Patrick, for the €2 super chat. It says future is confusing. Greetings from the confusion. Qapla. Thank you, Joseph. Let's see. Where were we? T-Bird says we are the Alpacans. I think I read that already. I did.
Well, if you're planning to make this ship an alpacan killer, you should probably give it the nickname of the Shearer.
Well, no, I'm not promising to kill alpacans. I'm just saying that even the alpacan ship, which I suspect is the largest, most powerful ship in the game currently, will fear the Dean Martin.
Thing is, Bird, I've seen that ship, and I'm guessing it's built with heavy armor, so worst case scenario, you can still ram it down your throat.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The Dean Martin has the most powerful lasers in the game, and I can cut through 2 heavy armor blocks in about 2 to 4 seconds. So it really doesn't matter.
Well, you got my voice. The alpacan ship and the Dean Martin should play chicken.
Oh, I'll play chicken. Because my shields are extremely overpowered with quintuple. What's 8? Octuple redundancy. Octuple redundancy on shields. Qapla Springtime, welcome. Springtime, can you hear me?
Yeah, LDG was complaining about StreamYards earlier.
Springtime, we cannot hear you, but we'll let you be and see if you can get some sound going at some point.
Can you hear me?
Now we can, yes. Qapla.
Sick.
Thomas says, can't you read? I'm sorry, Thomas. Dee Dee says, Qapla, bird of prey, how are you and the family doing today? You're doing okay, Dee Dee. Thank you for asking. Hope you are doing well. Carlo Albanese says, hashtag keep Thomas. Absolutely. And Dee Dee says, no, we don't want to delete Thomas. Absolutely not.
No.
Aberdam says, Thomas bots, his eye patch gets in the way. That's not the problem. Oh, what's going on outside? Why is it going from dark to bright?
Are you glitching out?
It could be glitching out. It could be a pack-in ship flying over the sun, causing a eclipse-like event on Karoga.
Oh, this is the Vile Karoga.
It's not Vile Karoga. This is New Karoga.
Well, the anti-trucker wasn't bluffing when he said he'd blast Karoga into atoms.
Well, technically speaking, I'm supposed to be torching Karoga, but Bird does such an excellent job of destroying himself. Why bother? No offense, Bird.
And then Ted. Absolutely, there's no reason we'd want to delete Thomas. Sorry, Springtime. What'd you say?
How's life treating you?
Life's been worse. Let's put it that way.
You waiting for your COVID test too?
No, I don't know if they can do another COVID test. I'm not. The only COVID test I had to pay a lot of money for because I had it done in the house. Okay, that's right. I did have one when I was in the hospital. The only test I had at the home, I had to pay for. And I'm not going to pay for it again. So if they decide that they're going to send some tests to home people who are at home, then I'll take another COVID test. And they are sending it to some people at home who have become in contact with people who they know have COVID. So if they contact trace you, they will mail you a kit to do an at-home test. You know, you take the test and you call a number, they pick it up, and then they tell you the results. So I'm going to try to get one of those tests, but if they won't give it to me, then screw it.
I was just asking because you sounded a little under the weather.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's just tired.
Speaking of COVID, though, do you guys do the contact tracing thing up there?
Voluntarily, yes.
So if you go into, say, a club or a restaurant, you don't have to sign yourself in?
You know, as I've not been to any of those places, I can't say for sure. I do believe it's voluntary, though.
My job has had to do contact tracing here because we had a positive come up a while ago.
Oh, yeah, we were locked down for about 3 days here over the weekend because apparently some new strain came to Queensland.
There's 12 people in New York City that have the highly contagious strain.
Yeah, that's what we
first identified in the UK.
But you're in New Jersey, right, Bird? So there's like a
No,
massive
I'm in New York. I'm in New York City. I'm in Queens.
I thought you were in New Jersey for some reason. I thought you were like totally safe because, you know,
No.
the fake wall on the border is supposed to keep people like in Queensland from knowing how we're quarantining New Jersey preemptively.
Oh, Springtime, are you thinking I'm in America?
No, you said you're in Queensland.
Yeah.
We don't disregard everything I said about the New Jersey wall. The wall is on the Mexican border, and if you talk to Mexicans, they'll be like, "Oh yeah. It's in Mexico, not New Jersey." There are no Mexican troops quarantining New Jersey since 1977.
That goes over my head.
I'm not 100% sure either, but Who knows? T-Berg says, you mean the alpacan anarchist graphic? I deleted. I did delete an alpacan anarchist graphic recently. That is true. But before that, it was Michael Burnham. Dan23 says, Bird of Prey, I hate when notifications do that. Yeah, me too. Just all of a sudden. Dee says, very true to Aberjam, and I closed the stream? No. Okay, good. Carlos says, puts in the Kuroga emoji. Thomas says, so it's Bird of Prey causing server problems. No, it's not me. Dee says, hail Carlo Albanese. Lord Thoughts says, bam. T-Berg says, well, Wesley Crusher and I are going to need to train you to take your biggest warship crown. Are going to need to train to take your biggest warship. Oh, you could. Don't get me wrong. I think the Alpacalypse is bigger. I just don't think it's as powerful.
Do you mean the apocalypse or apocalypse or alpaca?
It's called the Alpacalypse. Is their main warship.
Well, I keep saying, if he wins that battle, he'll be in alpaca wool for the rest of his days.
Thomas says you should attack his ship when it's almost finished. T-Berg says that'll explain why there was no components left for me to build LCDs with. Yes, that would explain it. Dan says, Bird, what is your favorite warp core design from Star Trek? Well, I'll tell you, in Space Engineers, it's easily the Defiant because it puts out the most power for the least resources, per capita resources. It gives out several gigawatts of power, whereas the Klingon warp core, which is slightly smaller and takes less resources, gives out only megawatts of power, an order of magnitude. So it would take like 10 plus Klingon warp cores to even get close to the power from one Defiant warp core, but it's a lot less than 10 times as much resources needed to build the Defiant warp core. So it's the most efficient. In terms of actual track, it's a hard question. I guess the Enterprise D, I mean, is not my favorite ship, but I think it's the most we've seen of a warp core.
Speaking of Bird, those weapon systems you've got on the Dean Martin, do they use that warp? Do they use that weapon core mod?
These are directed energy weapons mod.
No, I know that. I'm just asking about the weapon core mod because there's certain advantages to that. You can coordinate weapons. You can sort of use them like, remember Freelancer?
I don't know what you mean, Freelancer.
Oh, you can sort of wire them together and you can sort of aim them all at once with the weapon core mod. So I was wondering if they have that.
I'm not sure. T-Berg joined the panel. T-Berg, can you hear us? That is some serious roboting.
That is really alpacan. Translate, man.
T-Berg, you want to try again? Okay. I suggest you drop off and try to reconnect, T-Berg. We do not hear anything you're saying.
Oh, Bird, before I forget.
Yeah.
Long live Mama Pray 5, and I guess long live that cook she keeps around as her figurehead.
Yes, may Mama Pray live to 100 years.
Thank you. Pflugerville, Qapla Pfluger.
Hey, I gotta mute my. There we go.
You sound fine, Pfluger.
Oh yeah, no, I forgot to turn off the sound. on YouTube before I hit the go button.
Carlo Albanese says there's a lot of platinum at the station, but he doesn't know if it's refined yet. Thank you, Carlo. I don't want to take your platinum, though.
Have you gotten all the uranium that you need now, or?
I have enough uranium for now, I believe.
Especially after he backstabbed Wes.
That uranium was gone the next day. It was stolen
So,
or
Bird, which
taken away.
faction of
I'm sorry, faction what? Somebody said something, faction?
I think it was T-Bag. Oh, no, it wasn't T-Bag. It was
T-Berg's not here.
Fruit.
Springtime, I think. Didn't sound like Fluger.
No, it wasn't me. My internet.
Springtime was trying to say something.
Apologies, huh?
Hey, Captain Trek, how you doing, man? Sorry, you wanted to get together sometime today, so if you want to create a link, you can throw it in the back room, and we can go have a chat somewhere.
Executive producer Saul Leibowitz is Qapla to pray. You can never have enough guns. This is true. T-Bergs is the name of presidents. Yes. Well, I did a game where I named the ship after presidents. I did a game where I named the ship after musicians. I forget some of the other ones I did, but executive producer Saul Lieber says, when are you going to create the SS Joey Bishop? I don't think I'm going to do with the Joey Bishop. T-Berg is ironically, Berto Prey has not built the Donald Trump yet. I did. I built the Trump last year when we were playing against Anti-Tracker.
Do I even want to know what kind of
that is funny?
It wasn't a particularly great ship, unfortunately. It was nothing compared to the Sinatra or the Martin.
Or the Woodrow Wilson, or the...
Well, let's be honest. The Sinatra's a dreadnought.
I'm back, Bird.
Welcome back, Springtime.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Can't believe some of these internets are just going to crap like that.
All the traffic and all the...
I had to resort to using my cell phone.
What's going on here?
Thomas says all we have to do is hide an asteroid and we win. If you consider that winning, Thomas.
Well, you're surviving, so technically speaking.
So if that's a question, Bird.
Yes.
You have to watch out for parasitic ice.
So, Bird, which faction of small children and grandmas are you going to attack first? Was the apocalypse?
I'm not attacking any grandmas or small children. And I'm not attacking the apocalypse unless they declare war on me. Which is crazy.
He may be orbitally bombarding him more.
So basically, which one of your mercenaries is going to launch a false flag attack against the grandma faction, flying under Anti-Trucker's banner, and then claiming that you're moving in to simply provide security to the grandmas? Was the
see, if Anti-Tracker fires first, we'll fire back.
No, I mean, you're just going to take over another faction claiming that you're providing them with security.
Well, there's two main factions, best I can tell, besides Kuroga. There is the Alpacans, and there's Bunnyland. Now, Bunnyland is Cinnabon Bunny and Anti-Tracker and Thomas Potts and perhaps a couple other people. And the Alpacans are T-Berg, Wesley, and I'm not sure, it might have some other people in it as well.
Who was the squatter that was in your last stream? Was it Cinnabon or was it Thomas? He decided to squat at your base and had you running behind your teleporter.
Oh, I think it was Thomas.
I was worried
Although
there for
T-Berg was there too.
I was worried there for a sec. I thought maybe somebody was squatting in your house.
No. T-Bergs is once a flying brick, always a flying brick. That's just the way the Dean Martin looks.
The only thing with squatters at Bird's house is when Charlie comes over.
TN-23 says, rumors of that ship are far exaggerated. No, they're not. It's the most awesome ship. T-Berg says, hey, quit talking my strategy, Thomas. T-Berg says, Bird is so old school. No photon torpedoes or phasers. We don't need no stinking phasers.
Do you guys want to hear a bit of Dean Martin trivia before you make fun of Bird? Maybe to avoid making a bad joke. So Dean Martin's son was an actor as well. I literally just remembered this, but he was also in the Air National Guard. There's a reason his son doesn't act anymore, because he died in a training accident.
Really?
Yeah. Look up Dean Martin's son, and his Wikipedia photo is him in his flight suit getting into an F4.
Fair go.
So let's not make any jokes about the inevitable crash of the Dean Martin.
Well, let's be honest. For any fans of Free Space 2 or Wing Commander, the Dean Martin will be the next Colossus or Behemoth. Big, expensive, powerful, but ultimately will come to nothing.
So,
John,
Bird, are you
Prey.
going to... Oh, sorry.
Just let me finish this. Josh should ask, Bird of Prey, are you overcompensating for something with the shields? Because I have octuple.
That's what I was going to say.
Backup shielding. Well, the shielding can prevent me from damaging the ship in crashes. So, yes, I'm most obviously compensating for poor flight patrols.
So I'm wondering about this alpaca ship that you have. The
I don't have
alpaca
an
lips.
alpaca ship. That's T-Berg and Wesley ship.
Oh, okay. I figured all it could do was spit on you.
Well, given what I saw of that ship, it's got a few pounds on, well, a few tons perhaps on Bird's ship.
Hello, Positive Candor. Welcome to the panel.
Oh, there's Positive Candor. How you doing, buddy?
Qapla. Qapla.
Qapla.
So Bird, are you going to invest heavily in Star Citizen?
No, I have no interest in Star Citizen.
You
I mean, I
don't wanna
did
spend-
in like 2001 when I first heard about it.
So you don't
But
want to
it's
spend
been-
$3,000 for a ship?
It's been way too long for me to care about it anymore. I'm sorry. I know there were people who were in from the day one, and they've got so many probably perks and stuff that I wouldn't even, to get involved now would just be like starting with such a disadvantage. It's like, what's even the point?
Well, what you do is you take, let's say, Professor Brainy Specs or Cinnabon Bunny's money, say it's going for something charitable, and then you buy like the biggest, baddest ship you could get in Star Citizen.
Yeah, but if I crash it, do I get it back?
I have no idea. I'm just imagining the looks on some unfortunate person's face when they realize, oh, it was totally worth it until it crashed. I'm not mad at all.
Yeah, I don't think it's the kind of game for me.
It was more of a joke than anything.
Oh.
/ the game is actually more of a joke than anything at this point.
Gotcha. Eastland says, I got sick. They said it was not COVID. I still felt bad. I'm sorry to hear that, Eastland, but glad it's not COVID. Eastland says gargle with tree oil, tea tree oil. Geez, I hope not. Josh says Bird of Prey is lying. He lives in Caroga, aka New Jersey. I do not live in New Jersey. Drink
How did you get
citrus
past?
juices. Mama Frey does have me on a glass of orange juice every day now. A medium glass.
So she doesn't like blend up an entire orange and make you drink like literal orange juice with pulp and
No,
stuff?
she doesn't blend the orange. She just pours the orange juice. But now that you said that, she might start thinking, oh, I better just buy an orange and blend an orange.
Mama Pray, make sure it's frozen orange first because that's going to taste better, in my opinion.
Robert Rose says, hello today, Birdo Prey, Mama Prey, and Sassy. Chaser of all vermin and the eater of yummy dog treats. Wrath of Khan on Caroga. Monty's Folly says, hail, Birdo Prey. We'll meet today, my good fellow. Well met today, good fellow. Qapla, Monty. T-Berg says, Bird of Prey, look backstage. I am T-Berg. This might have been a while ago. Dan23 says, weird noise. Captain Trax says, Bird of Prey, greetings, Captain. Eastland says, Doctor Who fans seem to be filming on a beach. Doctor Who fans are filming on a beach. Let me put the link in again for anyone else who wants to come up to the panel. Dee says, Captain Track, hello, hope you're doing well. Brian McFarland says, Bird of Prey, hey, Bird of Prey 5. Track fans seem to be in two camps. One, anything with the word track is good for the franchise. Or two, new track series are destroying canon and the franchise. What's your thoughts? I agree. It seems to be that people are mostly of one of those two options, and I personally feel closer to the second option. I didn't want to feel this way, and I don't think that it's necessarily true forever, but currently every new track has been bad for canon and bad for the show in general. Even Lower Decks, which is the least offensive of the three, is still an overall negative to the Star Trek franchise, in my opinion. But Discovery and Picard, far, far worse for the franchise. Well, I always hope next season or next series it could be better. We'll see what happens. Josh Street says, when is Crash O'Prey going to try to land a ship? I don't know if we're going to be landing ships today. Josh Street, we'll see. Eastland says, Woodrow Wilson was a good name. Yeah, and I did have the Wilson. Captain Trax says, DD, hello. I am as well as can be. How are you? Very cool, Captain. Thomas Pod says, so is he just staying in his pod? Well, Thomas, once I get to the end of the comments, I'll go back into Space Engineers. Eastland says, politics is an independent. I assume you mean independent.
Yeah,
Thomas,
I gotta go, Bird.
Boring. Okay, sorry about that. Take care. Mom O'Prey is talking with nephew O'Prey and sis O'Prey. Eastland says politics is an in-depth topic. T-Berg says, I beam in and out of Bird's base at his leisure. Well, I know you have your own little transporter behind the... he's got his own little transporter behind the cryopods. I noticed it. I've known it's been there since he created it. It doesn't bother me. He doesn't have to use the Bane transporter It's just as well he has his own. T-Bird says, I have my own private transport. Yes, you do. I noticed it. Carlos says, vertebrae, still no transport jammer. No, I guess not. Carlos is raspberry. I don't know what raspberry. Hungry is the Dean Martin from Back to School. Haven't seen that. Loved Free Space is Carlo. I put it in the link. Yosef says, I'm tired. As if it was a Wednesday. Wait, it is. So if I fall asleep, bye. Take care, Yosef. Have a good night's sleep. Anti-Tracker says, hashtag Hail Karoga. Hail Karoga. Wow, Anti-Tracker. I'm surprised to see you say Hail Karoga. Flugaville says later to Yosef, if you sleep. And Fluga says hail hi to Anti-Tracker. Yeah, so I'm going to go back into the game here. Oh, there's something in the private chat. Okay, I already let him in. Okay, so I'm going to go back into the game. Let's go see what's going on. Let's see, what do we need to build? We'll see what's missing items. 108,591 thruster components. Oh my God. Ship has been disconnected from terminal. What the hell happened? Ah, son of a bitch. Somebody beam me into space. What the hell is going on here? There. Oh. God damn it. I can't. Who is it? It's Thomas. Thomas, I'm beaming back. Access denied. Damn it, Thomas, beam me back. I demand you beam me back. You're gonna start cutting shit out. Okay, your camera's off. Are you beaming me back? What the hell is this? I see you, I don't see you. Where the hell am I now? Am I in the planet? Can't see anything. I hear you. Ah, fuck. I died. Where's my body? God damn it, Thomas. Oh, beam. I'm gonna teleport to my body. Body location. Teleport. Oh, did you get the high chair? Oh, good. Body location. Okay. There he is. No, Thomas, we're not deleting you. Thomas. Wait. Why am I getting further away from my body? I'm aimed at my body, and I'm getting closer, but I'm getting further away. Son of a bitch. We got to go in the opposite direction. Let's see. No, that just moves me further away too. Okay. Ah. I don't understand.
Face it, Bird, when you dig yourself out, you're going to be a zombie.
I'm moving towards.
I think he
son of a
calmed
bitch.
you. I think he buried you alive, Bird.
He did.
He did, but
Right.
Buried alive. Buried alive.
Oh shit.
No, but I mean, there. Well, you know.
Where the hell am I now? Okay.
Is that Mama Prey talking to Charlie?
She's talking to Sisso Prey and Charlie.
Okay. That's good.
Well,
proud grandmas. We gotta let them in on the stream, you know.
Gotta and to get some more high-end tools. Good thing I had another set ready to go. And I'll get some more helium, hydrogen, and some extra oxygen. Assembler.
Helium and hydrogen. You're trying to blow yourself up.
No, not helium, hydrogen.
Oh, hydrogen and oxygen, yeah.
Hydrogen is their fuel source.
Oh. So. Yeah, light a cigarette right there. Boom. Shakalaka.
Okay. Now, let's try this again. Hopefully without getting beamed away. Not 108,000 thrusters, 20,531 construction components, 162 interior plates, 5,600 computers, 13. Son of a bitch. Oh, what happened now? 13,000 superconductors, 33,000 reactor components. Man. 360 gravity, 361 deflector, and 1,987 steel plates. The weather just changed.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Production. Do that. We'll do that. We'll do a couple thousand steel plates.
Really?
Reactor components. How much? There's a lot. Superconductors. Oh, computers. And then the other assembler is just producing, but we're out of gold. We're out of gold. I know somebody's back there. I'll be right there. Hello, Tim, Buddy, Chris, Qapla.
Hello, Qapla, Great Imperious Leader.
Hey, buddy.
Hello. How goes the stuff, the building, the exploration? Hell, why does it look like you're in a fallout chamber?
I'm in a cryo chamber, so I can't be beamed away at the moment.
I see that. I recognize its foul stench from Fallout 4. Looks like the one you started in the game.
Welcome, T-Berg, to the stream. T-Berg, you're still roboting. We can't understand you at all. So anti-tracker lols. Carlos said, "Hail, Karoga." Anti-tracker says someone can't read. I assume he means read.
Someone can't type.
Maddie, Qapla, Maddie, for sweet dreams, Joseph. Wish they could fall asleep. Sorry to hear that, Maddie. Anti-tracker then fixes it to say read. Josh, at third time's it. Don't worry, Anti-tracker. Third time's the what's that? Third time's the charm. Josh reads says, Anti-tracker, don't you mean Robo Hell Karoga?
Robot Hell Karoga.
Robot Hell Karoga. Maybe he's right. I can't read. Anti-tracker is lolling. Josh Street's lolling. Fluger is lolling. I'm guessing that's when I got beamed away. Springtime's bird of prey. Stay strong, bird.
That happened. I sorely missed that.
Hashtag bird and me.
Hey, you know, Bird and Biden sound almost practically the same, right?
Oh yeah, almost undistinguishable.
Bird, you gonna hide in there all day?
Ouch for Bird. That's not a great thing, huh?
Anti-tracker says Thomas for win. Carlos says Thomas must pay for his war crimes. If they dropped off, say, 4,000 or 5,000 platinum, I'd consider us even. Springtime says bird of prey. You have to fight Tommy and lose with honor. Thomas? You mean Thomas? And why would I have to lose with honor? What if I won? John Street's bird of prey is in a slide. Is inside of the planet. Yes, but usually when I move closer to the body, it works. I've never seen it that move further away, whatever direction I move in.
Yeah, when I had the game and I was roaming around Cinnabunny's server, I was walking around a station. I walked into the teleporter and I took it for a spin, and next thing I knew, I was falling into something. I don't even know what the hell happened. It looked like I was falling out of a planet or something. It's really weird. I think the transporter screwed up.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had the problem when I was beaming, but clearly Thomas beamed me back under. Unfortunately, just a couple meters under where I should have been. So then I started falling into the planet. So I did take out my drill, but I moved too fast and I hit the invisible wall, killing myself. Had I been going slower, I would have been able to drill my way out of the planet. But then the second time when I beamed back to go rescue my body, which had my high-end drill and everything and some supplies, I just couldn't even get close to it. So I have no idea what actually happened. that time. T-Berg beams in under my floor all the time. Thomas, you evil genius, says Josh Street. Carlos says he kidnapped and executed Berto Prey. Technically, I executed myself. Carlos says your body is lost to the Morlocks. It's gone. Yeah. Robert Rose Jr. says Berto Prey died very well. Did they die well? They died well. Josh reaches Berto Prey lost his body to the STD gods. No, that's not cool. Springtime says Berto Prey breaking news. You are now the sole writer and director and EP of Star Trek Discovery for season 4 with 24 episodes. Good God, 24 episodes of STD.
Heaven help.
Anti-Tracker says Berto Prey bravely runs away. Welcome in, NB Geek.
Qapla, Bird. How's it going?
Qapla. Not bad.
Ugh. My day is still going.
Sorry.
My day is still going. My day's still going pretty good. Got pretty much a couple phone calls today from the bank, and it pretty much is now just file some documents tomorrow, and it ships off to processing, and then they come back and say, well, we need this and this, because for some reason we couldn't tell you it ahead of time. But you know how that all plays out.
Sup, Galadorn. Yeah, I remember when I bought my house. No matter how much planning you did, there was always going to be something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't change down here much either. It's all the same bollocks.
But, you know, hey, it's going to be a much bigger house, bigger piece of land, out in the country, pretty much about as close to my dream home as I'll ever get. Some people want a mansion. Some people want to live in the city. Me, I'm the kind of guy, I was like, you know, I didn't want a big plot of land, but maybe an acre or two. Looks like I'm going to get 1.45. Nice big house. Away from just about everybody. It'll take me about 20, 25 minutes to get into town. And I'm like, you know what? I'm cool with that. That actually,
how far
do you bun?
But yeah.
How many miles did you move?
What's that? Oh, how far are we moving? We're moving from.
Yeah.
We're going to move. I'm sorry. I didn't hear you.
It's okay. How many miles have you moved from your last place?
I was in the military for 20 years. Prior to that, I was a military brat, and then my parents got divorced. So, oh my God, I traveled from coast to coast in America, in North America, at least in the United States. Furthest I did was from Roseville, California, to Tampa Bay, Florida, with an 8-month pregnant wife. Yeah, it was a bit of a journey. This is going to be this is nothing we haven't done before because we live in South Carolina. We're going to move over on the border we're going to move on the Indiana side, close to the Illinois border. It's going to be about a good 3-hour split between getting to her family on the Indiana side and getting to my family, and more importantly, our daughter and future granddaughter when she's born in June, in about the same amount of time, 3 hours, you know, give or take 20, 30 minutes, but that's kind of irrelevant. So that'll be nice. So, but this is going to be, normally it'd be a 12-hour drive. With my kids, it's like a 10-hour drive. When I have my kids, it's a 12-hour drive, but this is going to be a little different. We have to drive 2 kids, 2 cars, tow some stuff, and I have 5 pets that have to go with us. So we have We have 2 dogs, 2 cats, and a guinea pig that all have to go.
Yeah, you said it last time. So you're traveling a lot further than I did. I think the last place, if I did the distance, I moved about 683 miles.
Let me check. I could give you. I could pretty much. My last move would have been from a place up the road I was renting to this place we bought, so we won't count that. But I can give you a pretty good idea. Let me go to Google Maps. I'm trying to think. It's been like 10 years. I hadn't really thought about it. It's actually not that bad. It was about a 10-hour drive, I believe.
Yeah, the only reason it's memorable for me is that it's a interstate move in my case, and we don't have many states.
Okay. Did you see a lot of nice scenery?
I guess if you're an outdoorsman, you'd probably like it, but you'd probably find it a bit stark.
Okay, so here, Tampa, Florida. Tampa, Florida is beautiful, but unfortunately, it's just too big for me. Yeah, I'm just not a city boy. Never grew up in it. So let's see if we just go from city to city. It was. I mean, I like I said. Damn! I really undershot that. Must have been the breaks we took. That was 478 miles. It was a 7 hour, 17 minute. I mean, it wasn't that bad.
For us, we had to take 2 rides, each 12 hours, to move all the stuff up to this new place of ours.
Really?
Well, yeah. I mean, transport costs a lot of money here. And if you're moving interstate, even more. So, well, you just basically take a van and you transport everything. Keep in mind, some of the stuff I've got is at least 40 to 50 years old.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Last
yeah,
thing
my wife. Oh, no, I understand. We've got stuff here that one of the things we've been doing is we're using my wife's retirement move option because she's within the year of retirement. So we're going to get that for free from the military. And then we're going to do what is called a partial ditty move, which means do it yourself, basically. And we're basically boxing up stuff that we do not want the movers to touch. So we'll be taking that. And the way that works is I go to a weigh station. I get weighed empty. And then I come back, and then I go back to the house. I fill everything up. I come back. I get a weight ticket for the full weight, and then I take that receipt, and that's what I do when I put in my reimbursement.
Mm-hmm.
Bird of Prey 5. Hey, Bird, Madam Geek might be showing up.
No, very cool.
So yeah, in about 6 weeks to 2 months, 6, 7 weeks, I would say, should be in my new place. And then going through all the nightmare of turning everything on or unpacking, rearranging the house. But then when it's all done, it really does feel like it's worth it. So when you say interstate, does that just mean you move from one state to another?
Correct. I used to live in
your
New
own country. Okay. I'm just not used to hearing that. To me, you say interstate, I think of 95, 75, 10. I think of interstates.
Oh, no. When I say state, I mean I moved from one state to another. Quite literally.
Yeah.
I moved all the way to up here, which is actually a lot like Florida, if you think of it. Not that bad. I mean, if you want like real Floridian weather, you would go to like Townsville and such like. That's at the very top.
It depends on what part of Florida. You have Jacksonville, then you have the Tampa side, then you have the side, and then like the Miami-Dade. No, I'm just saying, believe it or not, Fort Walton Beach. I mean, yeah, Florida, believe it or not, is not just kind of a one size fits all. It's just so different. You know, you go to Miami-Dade, it's different. You go to Jacksonville, it's different. You go to Tallahassee, it's different. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And it's cool. And it's cool because it looks like a gun.
Well, in my case, think of Queensland as like Victoria, as like Florida on steroids. I mean, if you go to the Gold Coast, that's pretty much like Miami. It's effectively called the Miami of Australia. It basically looks like it ways. If you especially go to like Surfers Paradise, that's a tourist trap if you've ever heard of it. Then if you go up north, you're going to get really, really swampy weather, like bayou weather. So you reach the other tourist trap, which is Townsville. Where I live, it's sort of like Georgia, I'd say.
Okay. So you have like 7 interstates, I guess. I just pulled up a map here. I was just kind of curious.
Yeah, I think 7 states, 2 territories.
Okay. What would Tasmania be? Is that a territory?
That's a state. That's a state. The territories are the ACT, and the only reason that exists was because Sydney and Melbourne couldn't agree on which one would become the capital. Honestly, it should have been Sydney, but that just means the Sydney side of talking. Then there's the Northern Territory, which is if you want true hell, if you want true swampy, searing hell, you go live in Darwin. You have also crocs there, so I think that's what they shot the D films.
Oh, I didn't know I knew the capital is Sydney, right? Am I?
No. The capital is Canberra. It should be
down in Victoria.
No. Canberra is like Washington D.C.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
State.
Gotcha. Cool.
I communicate nose.
Yeah. Oh, you guys.
Is that my friend?
I told him to get your nose.
So on the left here is T-Berg, and on the right is Thomas. They're both visiting my base.
Well, you should make them tea or something. You look really bored.
I do look bored. I was shooting at the fireplace. I thought it might make them feel at home.
Nah, you know what they need? They either need some chicken broth or some hot onion soup. Because it looks cold out there. Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I love onion soup.
Yeah, I used to eat that when I was a kid, and no, thank you.
Not really.
I mean, French onion soup.
No,
that I enjoy.
Yeah, French onion soup. Onion soup, same thing. I don't know any difference.
Yeah. Basically, it's just a soup made when you don't have anything else to eat. In my experience.
Getting a lullaby.
I can. It's cold outside. They want me to make the fire bigger. I can make the fire bigger.
Full power, man. Full power.
Fire.
Thomas killed himself.
He does seem intent on some strange ideas.
There's nothing in his backpack.
I got a line on.
Did he have anything good in his backpack?
No, he got nothing.
Damn it, he pulled an Ahmed for nothing. Just found out my one of my cousins is moving from Illinois down to Tennessee, which is interesting. Considering I don't think he's ever left Illinois, even to go to Missouri and day in his life.
So what's the difference between? I know the different states, obviously, but is there a difference in climate between those two?
In Tennessee and Illinois, depends on where you're at in Illinois. Chicago area, yes. Where I live down further closer to St. Louis, not so much. Tennessee does have a little bit more swamp. I wouldn't say swamp areas, but it's kind of like my state is flat. A lot of Tennessee is flat until you start getting close to North Carolina, and then you get into the mountain areas, which can be beautiful, but can be a pain in the ass. Climate wise, about the same, but different things. Like in Illinois, very rare will I see like lightning bugs, but if I was down in Tennessee when I was visiting my granny, that we'd see that all the time.
Yeah,
A little bit more trains, a little bit more train tracks over in Illinois than I saw in Tennessee. So, and I lived in a rural small town area in Illinois, and my great grandparents lived out in the middle of the country.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, no, it was beautiful. It was always fun going down there. I mean, the weather was probably a little bit more milder in the summer down there. Winters could be winters were about the same. It just depends on who got the most snow. But a lot of times that was usually where I was at.
You do have a beautiful country, I have to say that much. I just naturally beauty there.
Yeah, it's one of the things I'm gonna enjoy about going back home. I'm from Illinois. My wife is from Indiana, and I'm a Midwestern boy at heart. So it's gonna be nice going back to the prairie states, getting back in the flatlands, closer to. See, I grew up around. I find the sound of a train going by one of the most soothing things you can ever hear, because I grew up around them. To me, it's just a beautiful sound to hear.
Hello, Daniel's Hot Topics.
Yeah.
Hi, Bert. What's up? How you doing, guys?
Good. So, yeah, it's going to be fun to do that. It's going to be fun to be in the country. It's going to be fun to finally get to live in the country. I've been dreaming about that my whole life.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I've kind of adjusted to living out here. Used to be a city boy.
Oh God, I've tried. You know what? I've tried being around the cities. I usually try to live in the outskirts because I'm like, man, I don't like going in them. I lived right across the river from right across the Mississippi to St. Louis, and man, I hated going into St. Louis. Everybody's like, how close are you to St. Louis? I'm like, well, 20 minutes or 2 hours, depending on the time of day. Because I'm not kidding, traffic is a nightmare going over the bridges.
Sorry, lads. Had to go explain to someone what Git was.
Damn it. Thomas and T-Berg both left the game. My plan to beam to them is now
kiboshed.
Kiboshed. Oh, wow.
Guess my wife's hanging out. My wife's hanging out in the chat. Yes, honey, I misspoke on the swamps in Tennessee. Yes, I know that's Louisiana. Okay, I made a boo-boo. She just won't leave me alone about that.
I don't know, Jess. I think if you ever came down here, you probably would enjoy this kind of climate.
If I could ever get a chance to do it, sure. Maybe. If the only time that'll happen though, that won't be for at least a decade. I got to have my kids out of the house and everything before my wife and I start going on those European, Australian trade. Because trust me, I'd love to do it, but if I'm going to do it, I'm going to actually want to enjoy the experience. So I'm going to want to pay a little extra. Because if I'm going to fly all the way from one country to another, yeah, I'm going to want to spend the money and enjoy the first class shit. I'm sorry, but if I'm going to do it, I'm going to make it worth my effort.
You might want to buy a lot of sunscreen if you ever do it, though.
Yeah, I don't like long. Probably, I don't like long sleeve shirts, so I'd
You'll need it. Trust me.
probably have to.
You'll cook. You'll cook in this particular sun. Unless you're particularly dark skinned, but even then, I wouldn't try my luck.
Nah, I'm just basically an olive. I'm basically mostly a mixture of a little bit of, well, I think I got my Italian. I think I got mostly my Italian skin color, my little olive skin color.
Okay, so you're around the same part. You're from the same part of the world that I am. Won't help you.
My ancestors on my mom's side were. So I'm like basically either I'm somewhere between a quarter, at least as far as I know, I'm somewhere between a quarter and an eighth Italian. But I'm a little more olive skinned than some of the other family members.
Yeah, still won't help you in this sun.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. So
Yeah,
what is it? Is it just not a lot of? So when I lived in California, the place I lived in California did not get a lot of cloud coverage during the summertime. So it would be a very dry heat, but there'd be almost no cloud coverage whatsoever. You were looking for shade all the damn time. So, I've seen people baking that stuff. Is it just like there's the lack of cloud coverage?
Nope, trust me. There's plenty of cloud. If you're in Queensland, you see lots of clouds. That's a bad thing because it means it's humid as all hell. But if you're down in the southern states, Tasmania's fine. It's pretty cool there in terms of temperature. But if you're in Victoria or New South Wales, main thing is the problem is the way that Australia is positioned. We're 0.0 something % closer to the sun than the rest of the planet. So, more powerful sun.
Okay.
That's why.
Captain MKG says, Bird of Prey, having an early supper while watching and listening in. Have a great stream, all. Thank you so much, Captain MKG.
Yeah, sorry for taking over your stream.
Yeah, no problem. What's this Facebook? Whatnot says Qapla, Bird of Prey, live long and prosper. Qapla. Cinnabon is laughing hysterically at something I missed. Cinnabon says, what was that? Was that a ship? Yes, Cinnabon. What is he building? That is the Dean Martin. And Sassy just tipped $1. Sassy says, delete Thomas. He is an ugly loser. He hurt my dad in his crashing game. No, Sassy did not say that. And we're not going to delete Thomas. I don't know why Cinnabon finds the Dean Martin so funny, Cinnabon. The Dean Martin, while it might... Oh, shit. Fuck, I fell. While it might take a while to finish building, it's clearly going to be the ultimate power in the galaxy. This makes the Death Star look like an Oberth class. Now, grant you, it's going to take probably several weeks of near constant production to actually finish building the ship. But I'm confident that once it's done building, there will be a new king in town.
You think we should sell tickets to the fight?
And I will tell you that so far, only once did I accidentally disconnect the ship and it fall over, and I have to grind it all down and start over. So this is actually the second attempt to build this massive ship. The first one, I was a couple short on steel plate, so I thought I'd just cut, one of these things out, and I didn't realize it was the last connection to the ship, and the whole ship fell over on its side, even though it was only half built. We lost a lot of resources in that crash. But as you can see, it's slowly building its way out. Unfortunately, the Tupac was destroyed when it managed to get stuck when it took off from here. And where did it fell here? It created this crater.
Damn, that's
it wasn't.
Was there anything
Wasn't my
salvageable
fault.
from the crater, like ore?
I salvaged some pieces. Not enough to rebuild it, but we got some of it back. So let's see, what are we currently short on? We are still 19,000 thruster components short, although we know there's going to be even more than that. 10,000, 11,000 construction components, 160 interior plates, 60 superconductors, and 2,100 reactor components. So construction components is definitely the main thing besides reactor components. If we still have, okay, I don't know why anybody's building motors. Nobody needs motors. 10,000, 12,000, every 13,000 is probably enough.
Hey, Bird, I'm going to take off. I just popped in for a quick few minutes to say hey, see what's going on with everyone. So you guys take care. All Qapla, Bird, have fun, and all hail the king, buddy.
Thank you for stopping in, NBE. Qapla. Thomas Cinnabon, I think that ship violates the PCU limit already. The PCU limit treaty. I assumed if it did, it would tell me that the PCU was too much. And if it is, then I'll do a smaller ship. Cinnabon agrees with Thomas. Well, if there's, I don't know what the limit is. In fact, today was the first day I was able to edit the saved game file of my local game so I could get the inventory sizes to match what's going on the server, so I could build inventory ships that matched what was going on the server.
They're just jealous your ship's bigger. That's all.
Thomas says the limit for Kroger is 69. I highly doubt that, Thomas.
Well, it could be.
I do think they're jealous. They're absolutely jealous. No. I think we're gonna call it a stream. I know I got a late start. Apologies. I don't think anything's going to be happening in Space Engineers anytime soon. I'm just going to be putting in some, doing some mining runs, nothing particularly interesting. And I'll probably get some early sleep tonight. Thomas is jealous. I'm bored waiting for you. I'm sorry, Thomas. It's going to take me some time till we're ready to, go out and fight or something. I mean, I could make a little ship if it was of interest, but we know we'd just get shot out of the sky. So, Carlo Albanese says, sorry, which planet? I'll have to move a few things. I'm on Earth. New Kuroga is on Earth, but don't worry about it, Carlo. I got this. I got this. Cinnabon says all of them. You do not get to claim all of the planets. T-Berg says it's okay. I will keep taking your orphans to the lunar refuge. So before we go, Fed Doc, anything you want to say?
Just thanks for letting me on the stream, and it's been fun.
You're always welcome.
Thank you.
Pfluger.
Well, I'll just say, hope you have a good night with Charlie.
Oh, Charlie's not here tonight.
Oh, okay.
He'll be here Thursday.
Oh.
Thursday night, probably.
Well, that's cool.
Through the weekend. Yeah. But thank you. Positive candor.
Are you alive?
We'll come back to positive candor. Tim, buddy,
Chris. Nice to visit again. Nice to see you guys. Nice to see you doing well. I hope you can build your super ship. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it decimate the galaxy. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I'll say it again. We're all gonna die.
Daniel Qapla.
Hi. Thanks for having me on, Bird. Your ship looks pretty cool. It looks like it's coming along pretty nicely.
Thank you. It's going to take a lot of iron, a lot of gold, a lot of platinum, and other resources to get it finished. But should just be a matter of time. So. Anything else you want to say before we go?
Yeah. So tell me again, what did you think about the finale of season 3? I thought it was like meh.
I thought they did it as a series finale. It felt more like a series finale than a season finale. I thought the season was, again, generally poorly written. Like they didn't explain half their things. Like why? Okay, so even if I believe the kid could cause the burn, how does that cause the lullaby to be known by cultures all across the galaxy? That didn't make any sense. That was never adequately explained. We never got any explanation how Osira knew all the secrets of the Federation, including their main primary defense coil or whatever pretends to be a secondary backup coil or whatever the hell she knew. She knew all the codes. She knew everything. No explanation to how that ever happened or why. How, I don't know. It seems like there was a lot of mysteries we went down that we never got any answers for, that they intended to answer. I had hoped they intended to answer, and then they never did. And I just felt like they hastily re-edited the last few episodes to turn this into a series finale instead of a season finale. And I am aware that they claim they are working on season 4, but I don't know. It just seems strange to me.
Can I throw a point in there?
Sure.
I think they were hoping for like a letter campaign or an email campaign, we just want this back. And they're not going to get it because...
Hell no. But you have actually raised a good point on something, Bird. They lack discipline. The show writers, they have no discipline whatsoever.
I mean, it's either that they're completely incompetent, which I find hard to believe, that they literally just don't care, which I guess is my leading theory, or that it's chaos there, and every week somebody new is in charge, and they just can't keep the story straight.
Could
like literally this season, the beginning of this season, it was all important that you couldn't communicate over long distances. If you could communicate over long distances, then that guy who was going to work for 40 years every day waiting for somebody to come by, he would have just said, hey, guys at the Federation, maybe you could come by one day and raise this flag for me. Michael Burnham could have said, oh, yeah, I contacted the Galaxy and found my mom on the bar, instead of saying, yeah, they didn't know where the hell she was. So many things could have been answered. Earth, they wouldn't have had to wait to go to Earth. They could have just sent a message to Earth, hey, Earth, what's up? And not found out all that stuff when they first got there. But by the end of the season, they could do, hologram, not only view screen calls, full-on hologram calls from across the largest distances in the galaxy, all the way to the freaking edge of the Gamma Quadrant. So that made absolutely no sense.
Yeah, they forget. They constantly have like amnesia with their own plot. It's like I don't get it. How does a ship that like, and I'm going back to first or second season or whatever. How does a ship that predates or exists during the same time as the original Enterprise, how does it pick up signals from across the galaxy? The red signals, for example.
That's just terrible.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, from the very first season, it was clear they had no idea that light and things take time to reach places.
Yeah.
Because in the very first season, if you remember when the Klingons did whatever they did at the star, and then like 5 minutes later, Michael Burnham gets a space Skype call from Sarek saying, I see you guys ignited a new sun. That light would have taken hundreds or thousands of years hundreds of years to reach Vulcan. And even if they had to find some type of subspace sensors, you still would have figured there'd be some time. He was like calling her immediately, like, oh shit, a sun just exploded in the sky. We just noticed it. And I already got you on the phone. Even at high subspace speeds, that still would have taken days to reach Vulcan.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah. No consistency. That's probably going to be the epitaph for Discovery. I can think of some worse ones, but me.
Nah. Anyway. So I think with that, we're going to end it here, guys. Take care, all. Qapla, have a good night, everyone, or morning or day.
Good night,
Thomas is Bird of Prey. I know it doesn't matter since I'm leaving, but please unwrench me. Thomas, why do you want to be on? I will unwrench you, Thomas, per your request, but I strongly, strongly, strongly urge you not to leave YouTube. Please, Thomas, do not leave YouTube. I would much rather have you as a wrench. I will re-wrench you at some point when you feel better. But please, don't leave YouTube. Thomas says, or I'll beam you to nowhere. You see, you don't have to be an ass about it, Thomas. I already took up your answer. I already respected your wishes. Maybe I'll remoderate you. Anyway, guys, Qapla all. Hope you had a decent stream. And I will. Tomorrow is Deep Space Nine Wednesday. I'll see you all for that. Tomorrow is Rules of Engagement, an awesome DS9 episode. So, Qapla all. Take care. Goodbye, world. Bird out.